telling you, this is freaking insane. Like, so I'm going through the website, right? I'm trying to do all this crap. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's overwhelming, but in the best way, in the freaking best way. Because I mean, I love knowledge. I love learning. I love learning new things, and it just keep my mind is like one mentally stimulated where I'm learning new things in the best ways, And yes, it's overwhelming. Like I said, not the not my favorite cup of tea, you know what I mean? But so I'm getting into here. I'm looking through my website and everything, all the stuff that I got, right? And I'm looking at like so my difficulties right now, right, is one help, because I can't do it all. Like it's impossible. It's impossible for me to be able to, work on the side, work on this, and work on that. And it's like it's obvious we all need help. Nothing's built alone. Nothing has ever been built alone. It might start it alone, but at the end of the day, you end up needing help. And so, like one of my biggest, difficulties which I lack in is like website design. Website design. CRM, CEO, or SEOs. Doing the marketing part, doing like everything else. This is all new to me. I don't know anything about this stuff. This is new to me. But this is the great thing about knowledge and learning new things and you're pushing yourself to these things and kind of figuring things out. It's insane how much it's kind of scary, right? So like I'm looking into these AIs and what they can do, and how much they can help you on on a website. It's quite scary, because I can be at work and I have the AIs connected to my phone, so it's three different AIs and they're linked to my website. And so like, let's just say somebody books because I have a 9 to 5. I have to work. That's a given. I have my responsibilities. I have to pay my bills and I have to pay my rent, and whatever's left over, I put into my business, right? So I have to be strategic with everything that I do. And so, as I'm, talking to this AI and it's telling me it's like I can do everything live. While you're at work, you give me a command, I do it, I take care of it. Like one of the biggest things, like my grammar is horrible, my spelling is horrible. That's a given. Like I'm not gonna lie, but and so that's one example, right? Or like automations. If y'all know anything about automations, like I don't get me wrong, I dabbled in it, and I especially when I first got my business, or when I first started my website, I should say, it's insane on how much this thing can do, you know, and it just kind of makes me think like, dude, how far we're gonna go with this, Personally, I like working with people. I like talking to people over an AI, you know. But in this occasion, right now, myself, it's just me and my partner, and then I got my the reps, and they do what they can. It's just us two, handling. And at the end of the day, it's like as well, one as a leader, like you need to have the systems in play for anything to work. And so this is why I'm constantly pushing myself, because when you're in that position, it's like you need to know. You need to know everything. You need to be able to do all this stuff. So like I always say, like I'm not afraid of shame. Like there's a lot that I don't know. I never will say that I know everything because I don't, and that's a fact, But the beauty about that is like we got so much room to grow. And so this is an example, right? I'm right here trying to figure this stuff out. I'm going back and forth. So it's like first it started with getting the the product and getting everything worked on the website, and that was my main goal. Putting the SKUs, and putting the information that I need, the codes I need to be able to track the inventory separately. So it's already sounding like a lot, right? But I'm already used to it. Thanks to Shopify helped me out. I was able to learn and simplify it more, but I understand it now well. Well, enough, I should say. And so, I came across this and I started looking. I was like, man, it's like I don't want to get into AI, but I have to. We have to evolve. We have to constantly evolve, constantly learn something new. Because if we don't, we just get stuck. And so that's where I'm at. So now it's like it's not just the the catalog. right? The shipping, the services, the costs of doing everything and make sure everything's running functionally. Now I have to learn a whole new another skill, with AI, and it's only to be able to help me be able to scale as well and kind of alleviate the weight off my shoulders and can focus on more important things. And this is why I say, like, it's important to know that nothing is built alone. You know, like a roof is held by four corners. You know what I mean? And so imagine just one person trying to hold up a roof or trying to hold something up, and it's massive. So it's like, crap. You need other pillars. You need more people. We need each other. It goes back to that thing what I always talk about. We need each other. We need each other's support. And so yeah, I'm gonna get back at this. So I got another 5 hours, and I'm off today. So I'm always working, but you know, it it's worth the cost. And not only that, like, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying this process, this learning curve, and all this stuff. So, and even trying to make time here to post, but this is kind of crazy. It's crazy. It's overwhelming, but in the best ways. So, I'll keep you guys posted.